Hello and welcome to our presentation this afternoon. My name is Kirabo Melissa, and today I'm going to be taking you through a slide deck that is based on leadership. What is leadership is the first question we'll ask ourselves. And leadership is the ability to influence and guide a group of people towards achieving a common goal. I remember when I was way younger, I used to think leadership only had to do with being in charge and, instructing and telling people where to go and how to do it. And it wasn't until I got older that I started to understand that there are aspects of leadership that make a leader a good leader. I have a scenario that I wish for us to move with. I'll read it as we go on. It says, Beverly is the head of HR and microfinance bank who practices a democratic style of leadership. In the last 2 years, there has been an employee attrition rate of 70%. This situation is increasing the cost of operation and affecting the morale of the remaining 30% of the employees. I want us to hold on to that scenario as we continue. Now, we were introduced to something here, democratic style of leadership. You're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? And I would love to tell you that there are multiple types of leadership. And today I have with you only 4 of them. I have autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire, and transformational. Now, autocratic leaders are leaders that make decisions independently, maintaining strict control over their teams, and democratic leaders are leaders that involve team members in decision making, fostering cooperation and inclusivity. Laissez-faire leaders are leaders that take hands-off approach, providing autonomy to their teams, and transformational leaders are leaders that inspire and motivate their teams to exceed expectations by focusing on vision and innovation. Now, keeping us on the scenario I had given you, looking at the situation Beverly is in and the democratic style of leadership that she is displaying and how the outcome has come, she has 70% of her employees leaving and she only has a 30% that is still with her. And she's wondering, what can I do, right? The leadership strategies that we have presented here are mentorship and a 360-degree feedback. Now, what is mentorship? Mentorship is a coaching experience between an experienced leader and a developing professional. Now, this strategy involves sharing experience, guidance, and even a transmission of knowledge between the two. I believe if Beverly is able to implement mentorship in her workspace, she will not only have the 30% longing to continue working, but she'll have them learning after her. And the thing about mentorship is when you're sharing the skills that you are learning with another person, it motivates them to keep going, and the ones that come behind them get motivated as well. And so I believe that should bring her 30% of the employees that are left to a good 50%. And then another strategy that we have is the 360-degree feedback. Now, this is an evaluation method where the leader receives feedback from several sources, and this strategy provides a global overview of strengths and weaknesses. Now, I'm sure as employees in her workplace were talking amongst themselves and discussing, they might have come up with a few weaknesses that they see on Beverly's end, and that may have been the reason that the 70% is dwindling at a speedy rate. I think with the 360-degree feedback, she'll be able to hear from her peers what it is that she does that causes them to feel a certain way. This will help her evoke her empathy. This will help build accountability between her employees and encourage a good and healthy workspace. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why should I discover my leadership style? John C. Maxwell said, when you decide to serve others as a leader, the team's success becomes your success. So if you're looking to get into the field of work, you must discover your leadership style. And I'll tell you that discovering it opens you up to operate in your position and display self-awareness, adaptability, flexibility, enhanced communication, better decision making, authenticity, and credibility. Now, you out there, and for Beverly, when she discovers a leadership style, she'll be able to correct and make the steps forward to make her an even better leader. And that is why you should discover your leadership style. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope this has been beneficial for you.